Look, I barely survived this March price action because, bro, it was the craziest. And it might sound good to blame it on the market, but in the end, it's always me who took the executions. And if I take losses and go on a losing streak, that's all on me. Um, well, it wasn't the worst month, I'd say, because we passed some accounts, but we didn't get to a payout level yet. So, it was quite choppy, but maybe we might recover in April. Who knows? Let me do like a small recap of what I think that maybe could have went better in surviving this Nasdaqistan because it's the craziest PA of all time. Let's see what we could have changed right here. So, this is the 1 minute. If we go on the daily time frame and reset this, I'm thinking of getting a very beautiful setup more than this. Okay, look at this range that we've been in for the past, I don't know. Let's zoom out and see. Look at this whole range right here. The price broke through recently. Either way, let's just check for March. So March's high was where did March start? Yeah, March is around here. Okay, so March low was somewhere around here. So this was the low of March, around here, and the high of March was probably this one. Yeah. So this is the range that we played in for a couple of days before we displaced lower. Let's see. Wait. This auto adjustment for the continuous contract will make it look bad, but yeah. So this is basically what stuff was looking like. Now, how was that music on? I would like to see if you can. I wanted to see if you can break out of this range, but then February, choppy. Whole of March, choppy for the first few days, then end up displacing lower. So I I was having a hard time trying to read this. Like sometimes I wouldn't be able to read and know what is going to happen next because we were going like literally sideways. Now, this goes to show that there is no perfect strategy and there is nothing that can work that all of the time. You have to like obviously adjust to the conditions that are there. If maybe the conditions aren't favorable to you, then you obviously trade less and let the rest be decided by the probability of the markets. So that's what killed me in March. I do think so. What other thing killed me in March? So in March, yeah, I also faced another problem. Trading during, New York session and obviously in my time zone, it's in the afternoon of my work hours. So it would overlap sometimes and it would be really not suitable to trade. So wasn't the best condition, but I'm not using that as an excuse, don't get me wrong, because we don't make excuses here, but it could be better. I believe it could be better. Um, so I do think that was bad. Now, if we see, I've actually tried to backtest like this March price action. If I traded like with the best conditions as I do in some of the backtesting sessions, and so that I could have made money. It's just that sometimes I do make irrational decisions. For example, during backtesting, I most likely do one to two, maximum two trades, but most of the time it's one trade a day. While trading in the live markets, I do two trades a day, which kind of sabotages me considering that my win rate hasn't been that high yet as I want it to be. So let me show you the backtesting results a little bit and then we can continue. But I'm genuinely not happy with the way I performed in March and looking to level up and looking to see what I can make better. If you see the session results of this March PA, I would have had well, this is in backtesting, so it's obviously simulation. I would have had a 47% win rate with a 2R. Now, this is if I took a trade every day, for which you can have 3 break-even days. Now, I don't know if I am the one that reads the price wrong, but I'm very sure that I can. I'm very, very sure that I can find a trade every day, obviously. And obviously that would omit some green days and omit some red days as well. So that's something to fix. Another thing here is look at these trades. Well, we have balancing out trades. We have a couple losing days. How many losing days were these? One, two, three, four, five, six. Six losing days. Two, 9 winning days. So you can see that we would have had a good streak. You can see closing all the weeks bullish. It's quite a good thing, considering that I was risking just 500. Remember, it's 500. And I think here it's the reason it's 3 trades is because we have one break even. Yeah, I don't count break even trades because break even statistic kind of skews with the math, so I don't really count it in. So this is how I should have performed, but what did I do? Absolutely, well, it wasn't the worst, but it could have been better, I believe. Let me show you how it was. It was in the eval, I guess. I think I traded most of my trades were on some lucid eval, and then one past account from trade C. So if you check this lucid eval, you can see last month. You can see we had some good green trades, but then bam, red trades. So which, well, we would have been up 1.2k, but we weren't trading as good as we could. So it was hard surviving this month. That is why I'm saying that it was hard surviving this month. So going into April, what am I expecting? Obviously, first things first is following the rules 100%. Trading the best that I can. Second thing is, well, I'm going to be, journaling, or I can say recording more than journaling, like around 90 days to see how this Q2 goes. If I can go with a couple copy traded accounts, or I can use one account, grow it, hit max payout, and rinse and repeat generally. So I think that will be all. March wasn't the best month, but let's see what April holds. And till next time, guys, stay blessed. Peace.